Yeah, we'll get going here soon. This is this might be shocking to some people. I'm gonna try and hold off on showing the deets on this thing for a little bit. Try and let some folks get in here so they don't miss it. We'll see if I can get more than 3 people to watch today. It'd be cool. Been asked some questions from some other YouTube creators, and I really appreciate you guys reaching out and asking my opinion, or hey, how do you do this? That's what my channel is all built around, but good luck finding something on it. I'm just checking some messages real quick. We'll get going on this thing, but I want to wait till I've got at least a few people here so you can see the beauty of this thing. All right. We got a guitar in for that we had ordered for a young man. The guitar did survive the shipping from FedEx. Got here a day late, but you know, if I'd ordered a box of coal, it would have showed up 3 days early. Or fish guts, you know. But it's a guitar for a young kid that really wants to. It's a really nice guitar. I won't tell you what it is, but man, really made me a little nervous when it didn't show up the day they said it was going to show up, and then they updated the shipping. So I was like, okay. Well, I have had a blistering week this week here at work. It has been unbelievably busy. I've had a lot of interesting instruments show up. And when I say that, I mean unique and somewhat rare instruments showing up, and really enjoyed the opportunity to work on some of these things, and the owners of these instruments trusting me with these really valuable guitars. I do work on any type of instrument. If it can make music, I will fix it. And if I have to learn how to fix it, I will. But to say there's an instrument that I haven't worked on is a pretty bold statement. I've worked on a lot of different stuff. So anyhow, I'll get the camera pointed over here at the. I'm in no hurry today. It's Friday afternoon. I've worked on about how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've worked on 5 guitars and a violin so far today. So I've been a busy boy, and sent, how many guitars did I send home today? Sent 2, well, all of the guitars I sent home today, but one of the fun ones was, you know, I've said this for a long time, that working musicians come first on my bench. And I had a musician come into my shop, a longtime client of mine, and really great guitar player and singer. He loves playing music. And he bought a new Larry Carlton signature guitar. Looks a lot like a Chet Atkins Gibson. That was astonishing. But he has a gig tonight. And he brought the guitar into me today at about, might have been 1 or 2 o'clock. And I put everything aside, got his done, sent it home with him, and he's going to use it at his gig tonight. He plays country music, so it's an acoustic, I call it a hybrid guitar, which is kind of an acoustic electric. It's like a solid body acoustic guitar. Really interesting. So just curious how many folks might be interested in seeing the dirtiest guitar. This is a guitar today, by the way. I kind of spilled the beans there. We'll give it a few more minutes. Let me see, what do I have going here? All right. Oh yeah, I got that. Okay. Oh, and I put the Petrucci plug-in in there. Oh yeah, I love that thing. All right, we'll turn that off. Let's go to Morgan. Love the Morgan amp suite. I'm just talking about playing a little bit of guitar while I'm sitting here waiting for some folks to get here to maybe partake in this live stream. Let me look at OBS. Oh, I do have my audio. Yeah, so you'll be hearing this probably. Oh yeah, that's nice and loud. Okay. Yeah, cool. So that's working. Just checking everything, making sure it's all working right. Maybe I'll play. Let me see. Can I add? I thought I had. Oh, let me go to settings here. Just since nobody's here. Oh, I need to go to advanced audio settings. Let's see. What do I do? Advanced audio settings. Desktop audio. Active. Okay. Cool. We'll close that. I gotta unhide all. It's just one thing OBS is really shitty about is letting you reorganize your sound devices, inputs. You can't move one over. You can't change positions in the unless you know how. Maybe they've updated that, but you can't just unhide one sound device. You have to unhide all of them. And you know, you got stuff hidden that you don't want to see, but yet you have to still unhide it. Goofy. Interesting. I don't know if anybody else feels that way about OBS, but come on. Come on, guys. All right. Let's go here. Hey. Snooks, hello. I knew I could count on you to show up. You're into dirty guitars, aren't you? Yeah. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, it's been a great Friday. Man, I am exhausted. Had a really great night last night. Man, I went to the open stage. They have an open stage here because you can get up and do poetry, or you can play an acoustic guitar and sing, or you can have a backing track and do karaoke. You could bring your whole band in there. Anything goes, all ages. Now hitting my head on the wall. I got you. Welcome to the show, you guys. I've been live for a little bit. I'm kind of waiting to see if some more folks show up, because this is really an amazing sight to be seen. And I've got some cleaning, and I'm going to do that today. But this is remarkable. All the time. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit. So last night was really fun. I saw 4 previous former and current guitar students performed on the stage, which just made me feel so great that my contribution to our environment, the people in my community, are out playing shows, out entertaining people with the musical desire that they had to learn, and they're up playing guitar and they sound great. So that was cool. And I think while I was there from about 7 p.m. until roughly 9, and I had to leave. I had some stuff I had to take care of at home. I would have stayed later, but every single guitar that was on that stage, literally, including the bass guitar, I have worked on. That is no joke. Either I worked on it or I sold it to the person who was up there playing it. We had a young man playing a PV Raptor with an HSS pickup configuration, beautiful red guitar. He was playing that. My guitar student, Cy, was playing his little Fender Squire Strat that I got in here and got for him, and he's been playing that for a while. Zach, hello. Had a Taylor, I think it's an 814 that I've done setup work on. We did a shim in the neck, fixed that one. We had the Chet Atkins. These are just the guitars that I saw on stage last night. There was one that I didn't work on. So it wasn't every single guitar that went on stage, but all the ones that I saw minus one. And then I had the Chet Atkins signature Gibson was up on stage. That thing sounded fantastic. And I'll tell you a little story about that too. That was pretty cool. You guys would be proud of me on this one. But this is at an open mic. It's 2 blocks away. I can literally walk there in 5 minutes. Welcome to small town America, where you don't have to drive a half an hour to get 2 miles to a bar or a venue that you want to go watch live music at. I love it. But you live without a lot of the amenities and the nightlife of a big city. So, but I love it. Let's see. Okay, so let me also just share, and again, you guys, I'm going to show you this instrument soon enough, so don't run off right now, but this is a great story. This is story time with Marshall. So I've been working on a Chet Atkins signature Gibson, which is no longer here. Went home today. I'm really proud of that one, and it turned out fantastic. However, yesterday the owner of that guitar called me, and he was a little. Let me see. Let me mute this real quick. I don't want you guys to have to sit and listen to that. Probably some noise. There we go. Okay, so he was a little perturbed because it was taking a long time to get, but I keep having, while I'm working on his guitar, I keep having working musicians come in that need their guitar fixed for a gig they have tonight, right? And so they come first, and that's my policy. I don't care what I'm working on, but I knew I had a time limit on this guitar, and I knew I could get it done in the time that he had given me. But last night, he really wanted to play his Chet Atkins, Gibson Chet Atkins. Look him up. Go to Google and type in Gibson Chet Atkins signature guitar, and look at how much those things are going for. I'll wait. Right? Really, really, really nice guitar. That there ain't no two ways about that. So he was a little disappointed that it was taking me a little bit longer than I had anticipated to fix his guitar, because I had a bunch of stuff, and I'm only one person, and I got to take care of people who need me now, right? So he called me about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, was asking me, and I'm like, man, I got this other stuff that I've had to do. I'm waiting for glue to dry. I'm repairing some finish flaws on your guitar so that they don't get worse. I was doing a little extra. And that's what I do for people. And a lot of that stuff I do for free, by the way. And I know, I've seen people leaving. I'm sorry that this might be boring to some of you listening to story time. But anyhow, so I called him. He said he really wanted to play that guitar last night. And this is Friday, and I had until tomorrow, literally, to get the guitar done. But he wanted to take it to the open mic and play it last night. So I was done enough with the guitar to be able to put strings on it and do some setup work on it, because the only thing I had left to do, I glued the bridge back down onto it and did a bunch of other work to it. But I had some finish repairs to do. Well, if the finish doesn't look perfect, so what? You can still gig with it, right? Look at my Strat, for Christ's sake. So, and wait till you see this one. And we'll get, yeah, not cheap guitar. You know about that one, dude. They're killer, man. That thing sounded so. I called him at about 6:30 when I had a moment. I was like, what time are you going to the open mic? He said, I'm going to try and get there around 7. I'm just going to take my other acoustic guitar and I'm going to play that one. And I was like, nope. Leave your acoustic guitar. This was about 6 o'clock, I guess. Leave your acoustic guitar at home. I'll meet you at the open mic with this guitar. I'll have it ready to go, and you can play it tonight. So, strung it up. Literally, I started putting strings on it. Did the final kind of stuff I had to do to it. Strung it up at about 630, 640-ish, and stretched the hell out of them, played it for a little while, plugged it in, it sounded great. And Preston, what's happening? Took it over and met him at the open mic, and he was able to play his guitar last night, which that felt really good. It was really, I think, above and beyond what I really had to do, but that's how I roll, because I tend to take stuff personally, and in that case I didn't need to, because I could have just told him, well, it's not going to be ready, sorry, take your other guitar and play it, but no. I could get it done, and I got it done, and I met him over there, and that thing, oh my God, that guitar is absolutely spankin-tastic. Wow, it was good. Joe, hello. How are you doing, man? Again, thank you, dude. Thank you for your contributions to my channel. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. It's so kind of you to do that. Okay, so I've got a few folks here. Not very many, but we're going to go ahead and point the camera at the subject of the live stream. Are you ready for this? Get ready. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to dive in on this thing and start getting her cleaned up. This is the dirtiest guitar I've ever seen. Probably dirtiest instrument I've ever seen, and it's a shame that the thing is so dirty, but you know, it gives me a little cleaning practice. Can you believe this? Look at that. It's nuts. Oh, and then its sister is here also, but I don't know if I want to touch her because she's might even be worse. So it probably won't take much to clean this up. But I did, you know, what I haven't done, I failed to do that, although I have it on video. I'm going to take some photographs of this, just for before and after. Okay, so there's my camera app, right? Okay, so I'm trying to frame the shot so that I can take the exact same picture. So I'm using kind of the saddles here to take the shot from the same place. Let me see if I can frame the shot, right? All right, so you can see my camera. I'm gonna also take one here, and I'll take one from back here to get the whole thing, all of its glory. All right, so I got some pictures. All right. Okay, the nut just fell off of the guitar, so that's pretty common. This is a weird one. It's got a truss rod cover. I'll show you this little thing. This is kind of a trip. It's got a, wow, that's weird. I've never seen one of these. Somebody tied the machine head, and somebody did this. They had to bend the string over to like keep this, make sure the string never comes off the machine head, right? Okay. Yeah, this thing is pretty dirty. Oh, and I should have gone and got more rags today, but I didn't. I'm about out of I'm almost out of cleaning rags. So check this truss rod cover out. I'm not quite sure why they would have done this. I'd just leave it. Probably best to just not put anything in here. I don't know. So take a look at that. So it's just a block. I mean, it's like protecting the truss rod from accidentally getting turned or something. Look at that. What a trip. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna grab one of these blue rags. Family issues win, and all I can say, yeah, I hope things are going well for you. I hope everything's okay with family, Joe. I gotta get this stuff off of this so I can pick it up at least. You know, one of the tragic things about having to tell you this part of the story is that a very good friend of mine, in fact, one of my bandmates, was the owner of this guitar. That's pretty embarrassing. All right, let's pull the. I gotta get the strings out of this thing, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take this cover plate off of here because we'll be adjusting the truss or the hex. What is it? The whammy bar before long. All's good. Good to hear, Joe. I tried to do another. Live concert, and I was actually able to do it. And I did the Coheed and Cambria show, which was really fun, but it got blocked, global blocked, and I got a strike, I think, on my channel for doing that. So probably should not do that anymore. Okay. Now we got all this stuff taken apart. I like it. There we go. Now I can get it. The strings. I can get the strings out of this thing. Wow, they're actually coming out. I thought they'd be stuck in here. I totally thought they would be stuck, but they're not. Look at that. All right. Okay, that was pretty fun. Ah, we can get down to cleaning, right? Ugh, pretty nasty. So what should I do to clean this? Should I go get a garden hose? What do you think? You know, the cleaning videos where the guy just gets a big sponge and just puts soapy water on the guitar. Yeah, you guys have seen those. Alright, what we're going to also do is we're going to take the whammy bar out of it and clean it. Let me grab a different screwdriver. So if you've never taken a whammy bar out of a Strat before, this is how you do it. This is how I do it anyway. Definitely loosen these. I'm going to have to readjust the tension on this anyway, because I am going to set this up so it floats. But I'm just loosening these screws so that I can get the springs out of here a little bit easier than having that much tension on them, right? So, because the whammy bar is coming out and it's going in the jewelry cleaner. So there it is. All right. Yeah, okay. I'm going to grab my drill. Don't use power tools on guitars. Okay, don't use power tools on guitars. It's a bad idea. Really bad idea. And the idea behind this guitar is that we're going to find someone who needs a guitar that's really affordable. And we're going to, you know, far be it for us to sell something that looks like this. Well, I easily could have, but all right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the knobs off of here. Also, let's see how hard these things are to get off of this guitar. Not too bad. Anybody ever hear of a Dodd violin bow? Look at that. The plastic is still on there. Good grief. Somebody didn't play this guitar enough. Yep, still got the plastic on her. Ugh. Nasty. Now we got that taken care of. I gotta turn that amp off, I think. Well, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get this paper towel wet and wipe it down. Blue cloth, blue rag, do-rag, just water. This looks like it's just pretty much straight up black guitar. I thought it might have some metal flake in it, but that was an optical illusion. Alright. Just regular old water, and look at that. Looks brand new. The intonation is fixed. The intonation is now good. Just takes a little bit of water. I hope you all can sense my sense of humor and sarcasm here. Now, it might be smart of me to pull this pick guard off of here, but I'm not that smart. Look at that. Just like that. It's brand spanking new.
I better run to the bank, get some change, and I'll be right back.
Alrighty, we'll see ya. We're going getting dollar bills. I hope everybody is having a great Friday, and I hope you have some great plans for the weekend. Go out and do something. The winter months are going to start winding in here in the U.S. anyway. So be sure to get out and have some fun you can have outside, because it ain't gonna last much longer. All right, I think y'all know what I'm saying. Let me check the chat, see what's going on in here. Say hello to everybody. Second here. All right, look at that. It's brand spanking new. All right, Joe, Preston, Zach, hello again. Strength makes us better people. Yeah, yes, indeed. All right, I'm gonna wipe it down again. I thought, you know, if anybody has any ideas for me about cleaning this thing or something that might be a little bit quicker or better than what I'm doing, please do share your thoughts. That would be very kind of you. We got some guck on here. Alright, okay. I think I might have to answer a phone. Oh no. Okay. Look at that. It's almost like I've done this a couple times. You think? Oh. Alright, so these are looking much better. I'm just taking a dry towel and wiping the water off of this thing. So I think what I'll do now is let's take a little bit of a, I'm just going to take, don't spray this stuff directly on an instrument. It says so right on the can. Do not spray onto a clean, not directly onto the finish. It says right there, don't spray this directly on the finish. Okay, pay attention. This is a kind of a polish, I guess, but I'm just going to go over it once real quick with this stuff to maybe help knock some of the crud, DNA, whatever, off of the surface of this thing. It looks brand new, man. Look at that. It looks brand new. Got the big old, there's a drip, something dripped on, there it goes. Something dripped on it right there. Alright. I have no idea if the electronicals work on this thing. Kind kind of one of the fun things about working on an instrument like this is that you really don't have to be super careful. So you can get a little careless if you want. Yamaha electric guitars and basses made in China in accordance with specifications of Yamaha Corporation. How cool is that? This is kind of a Yamaha, I guess. They make some really great guitars. The Pacificas, oh, they're great. They're amazing. And the new ones that they've come out with, I can't remember what they're called. They're pretty cool too. I haven't had a chance to play one, but I see a lot of guys on the internet demoing them and playing them, using them in bands, and they seem like they sound great. Probably really great instrument. Yamaha's been pretty reputable in the music, the manufacturing of instruments world. First guitar I ever touched was a Yamaha acoustic. So they are very close to my heart. Again, I'm just kind of cleaning her up. Try and keep the camera where I'm working as best I can. My camera guy still, he drinks a lot, so he can't really usually keep up with me. Okay. Look at that. Just starting to come back to life. Almost looks like you can sell this thing for a legit price. It ain't set up yet. I still got a lot of work left to do on this, which I'll probably leave that. I'm hoping to let my one of the other young people that works here, let him maybe tackle some of the setup work on this. This is a great one to experiment on. Now, this has the ubiquitous white paint on the guitar. They all have to have that. They all have some form of, this does have, I can't tell, it looks like it does have, I cannot tell, it looks like it does have some sparkle in it. I don't know. Alright, so let me show you how to get this white stuff off of a guitar. Alright, here we go. This is a whole lot of cleaning. Charlie, I missed your live stream today, man. I was so busy, I didn't even hardly get to eat lunch. I did eat lunch, but I hardly got to. Okay, so got white paint, right? Hopefully you can see that on here. I got some semi-chrome polish. Right, I'm just going to put a little tiny drop on there. It doesn't take much, and then we'll just wipe it with some semi-chrome and white paint. Oh, there's a little bit left right here. And back here, all right, oh, there it is, okay. Ubiquitous white paint on guitars. If it's an amplifier, it's got to have white paint drips on it, especially if it's from the 50s or 60s, because you just can't have a guitar from the 50s or 60s that somebody hasn't painted their kitchen or something, or the bedroom, and left the amp sitting there so they could drip paint on it. All right. This thing took a hit right here. Got scratched up. But white paint's gone. There, see? That's a great way, what's this stuff called? Semi-chrome. It's a great way to get rid of paint spots on your guitars. It's a very safe way, and it will polish the finish, definitely, for you. I got a little bit more paint right here. I'm trying to buff out with there it goes. I got it. now I'm being really picky about this because I can right now. I'm just kind of doing all these little extra steps that, you know, why not? I have had a great day so far. Oh, we were missing a nut on there. So let's fix that. I saw it, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. We'll see what kind of nuts we have. Wow, 9 people. Hello, thanks for being here. Lord Spike, hello, brother. I was outside earlier this afternoon, rode my bike. Good for you. Dude, yes. I love seeing it. BCG, what's happening? Hey, you guys, I'm sorry I haven't been paying close attention to this. I get going on cleaning something, and I get tunnel vision. Double. No, tunnel vision. No, I'm joking. Plastic output jack cover. Come on. That's affordable. We'll call it affordable, not cheap, right? Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. There's no nut on the output jack. This is an output jack. It's not an input jack. And look at this cool washer they use. It does nothing. I can always find something wrong with the guitar, the way a guitar is built. Okay, that looks pretty clean. Yeah, let's see. I gotta have a nut in here. There's gotta be a nut in here that'll fit that. Does that one fit it? Oh boy, look at that. That fits it. Does that fit it? No. Let's see. These are the washers that I'm always missing. These flat output jack flat washers. I gotta look at all the nuts and bolts and parts I got in here. I got like 8,000 nuts and I don't have any of the proper washers for an output jack. Nope, those aren't them. I mean, I don't really need one, but it always looks a little bit nicer, and I think it makes a better joint. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. So I didn't have one. I didn't find one in there, but I did find a nut. So let's look in my other box of tricks. That's too big, and I doubt that I'm gonna have one in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. I think that's the one. I rule. Okay. So I had one. I knew I had one. Oh, a lock washer. Forgot that. So where's my lock washer? See, these things cost like $85 million a piece, right? Which is why I have like 300 of them in this box. They're far too expensive for a guitar manufacturer to put on an instrument to keep a part like this from coming unscrewed.
You don't need to. Yeah. Chris is gone. He told me he was doing an OSP meeting or something, so.
Okay, so now it's got a lock washer on it and a flat washer, and I think it's a 10 mil. Nope, it's a half inch. It's a, wait a minute, 7/16. Nope, it's a half inch. So we're gonna tighten this down. What's happening?
No, nothing much. What are you up to?
It's like trouble. I'm fixing the dirtiest instrument I have ever seen.
Really?
Except for you missed it. It's no longer dirty.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. Oh, you dude. I can show you
How
pictures.
does an instrument get dirty?
How does what?
How does an instrument get dirty?
Well, this one sat on the basement floor of my vocalist's house for 15 years.
Oh,
So,
I see. Said the blind man's a deaf man.
yeah. This thing was, it's truly, it was the nastiest guitar I've ever put my hands on. Better take the money. Charlie been working out. Okay. Charlie. My Strat had a white undercoat before I stripped it. Yeah. This one almost looked like it had metal flake in it, but it doesn't.
That was just the dust.
It must have been. All right. Oh, I got semi-chrome polish on the back, which is great. And also, I'm doing a live stream right now, so if I sound like I'm talking to myself, I'm not.
You know, the only time I talk to myself is when I need an expert opinion.
Yeah. 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 There you go. Okay. Look at that. So, that's all clean. Alright. So you guys saw me do it. I cleaned it up. I'm going to throw this in the jewelry cleaner. Get that running. Knock all the guck off of this thing. Let's real quick before we finish up. That was just super fun to see a guitar that was absolutely just that disgustingly dirty. Let's see if the pickups work. Yep. So it's a humbucker and a single. Oh. Yeah, see what I'm doing here. There we go.
Do you have a measuring tape?
What tape measure? I got a little 12-footer.
That's all.
That's it.
Way under that.
Okay. So again, humbucker, second position. Oh, I know. That guy, my camera guy, just he sucks. Okay, so humbucker, and then humbucker plus single. And the tone pot works for everything. Okay, and then it should be just checking these to make sure they're not on when they're not supposed to be. Alright. Let's go to the yep, tone pot works. Everything works. Cool, let's plug it in, try it out. Let me string it up. I like it. Alright. So until I get the bridge cleaned up, probably should have done that first before I started on all the rest of this crap. But let's, oh my goodness. My camera was awful loose. Hey, hello. Alright. Right, let's see what's going on this week. I have no live streams planned like normal. I have a gig tomorrow night. We're likely not gonna live stream that unless somebody wants to come to Oregon and do it for me. That would be really cool. And let's see, I'm getting my we're playing tomorrow night. See, this thing does have some metal flake in it, like here, but it's almost like somebody sprayed some silver paint or something and it kind of got a little bit of splatter on it. I don't know, I might have to try some denatured alcohol. So I'm going to get this out of the way for the moment. Let me put this in here. Oh, man, I'm exhausted. What time is it? Oh, cool. I get to go home in about 40 minutes. I'm a little stoked. Okay. I'm going to get out the old cleaner. Jewelry cleaner. I'm going to go fill this up with water. Give me a second. Check this out. Yeah, I do have one of those. Yep. That thing. You want something clean? Drop it in there. put some cleaner in this, and now we're going to put the plug-in on it first. This is so cool. Set on high, and we're just going to drop this whole buggeroo. Look at that. There we go. So I put a product called Chlor-Clean in here. It's kind of a generic chlorine cleaner. And yeah, water's getting into everything on this. And we'll dry it out. God, look at all that stuff already coming off of there. You only put the lid on this if you like listening to the rattle of the lid. Right? Without the lid on there, it's kind of quiet. Put the lid on there, it's kind of annoying. Take the lid off, it's pretty good. Now this thing will get hot, and usually what I do is I just let it get hot. Make sure it's on high. Turbo. Yeah. So it's set on turbo. Turbo. Which means it's super high speed. Okay. So we're going to set this. I'm going to set this aside for the time being. And then let's go get this one's sister. And you can see the second most dirtiest instrument ever in recorded human history. Yep, you're going to see it right here on SetUpByMarshall's YouTube channel. The one and only. Alright? I wasn't kidding. I was not kidding. Check that out. I can't tell if the finish on this thing is like rough. I think somebody painted, yeah, somebody painted this with like rhino liner or something. It's definitely been altered. You can see the pickup's kind of been jacked out of here. Some of the electronic, that one's all loose. So I think I'm just kind of cleaning these up because I got time to do it. Oh, and the machine heads are all fucked up. Look at this. Excuse the French. Look at that. I said the F word. Machine heads are missing, and that's really a bummer. We might have to do something super special about that. But here's what we're going to do about that. Is just alright. I'm not concerned about the machine heads missing because I won't even touch them. Okay, there we go. Got through that. Boy, that does. Okay, I can't. Okay, get ready. Ooh, you put your eye out. Okay. Ooh, you put your eye out with that one too. Oh, yeah, okay. I did not lose an eye. Did not lose an eye with that. I could still see. Come on. Wow. The brass on these balls is just like coated in just, I don't know what. I wonder, no way. I wonder if they painted this guitar. It almost looks like they have paint on them. Look at that. Isn't that weird? They're brass originally. Alright. Okay. Now, you know, you guys, I want you all to say thank you, Scott, for being able to see these instruments of just complete, utter disgust and filth. You can thank Scott. You've probably seen him on my channel before, and just so that I don't give his identity away, I'm not going to tell you who he is exactly, but let's see. Dust Bunny. That whole glob of stuff was on the tailpiece. Okay, so let's take the tailpiece off and throw it in the cleaner while we're doing the other one. Oh, and yes, be sure, don't use power tools on instruments. It's a bad idea. Okay, never use power tools on a guitar or bass. Bad idea. You'll scratch them all up, and you'll slip off the screw and scratch the finish. And just don't use drills on instruments. Okay, fair enough. So it used to be shiny black. Yeah, this thing was painted probably with a paintbrush, and those balls, the balls ends on the strings this was painted with a paintbrush. No, I ain't kidding. Wow. Ugh, gross. Alright, so I'm throwing this in the jewelry cleaner with the other one. And I got all the screws on that. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing to this one that we did to the other one, which is take this wet rag. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe everything down. See what it ends up looking like. This thing has been played a lot. I'll show you the fingerboard to prove. And now that I've got the dust off it, I can see that somebody's actually played this thing quite a bit. My compliments. Good for you. God, I can't tell if this thing's covered in mud or... Ugh. Good Lord. Yeah, this finish has kind of a texture to it, so the dirt's kind of sticking inside the texture a little bit. You will get it. Oh, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. Thank you, Diet Pepsi, for your major financial contributions to my channel. And Winston and Marlboro and Camel cigarettes. Your contribution to the health of our nation is greatly appreciated. And addiction to our nation. All of that is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's look at the back of this thing. Okay, that can't come out, so how do I get this pickup out of here? Let's see. I'm trying to be careful not to break anything. It's like this thing is glued, or maybe it's painted into place. I don't know. Not that it matters. I get this thing out of here. Huh. Yep. There's no pickup in here, by the way. The pickup is, the electronics in the pickup are missing. Had a young man come in today that's recording, and he bought some pop filters for his vocal mic, which my compliments on that. A lot of folks forget to use something like that on their recordings, and vocals end up get all this plosives happen. Okay, she's moving. Oh yeah, she's moving. I think she just broke loose. Maybe. Trying to be careful not to pry too hard. I don't want to mess up the body of this thing. Oh yeah, look at that. It's about ready to pop out of here. There it goes. There we go. Be really careful not to mess up the side of the hole here. Let's see if I can get this other side to pull it. There we go. Here she comes. Ah. Man, that's remarkable. There we go. Got it. PBX1. Let's see what it says down in here. Are those fingernails? No. Okay. I'll show you what I was thinking. Look, that almost looked like a fingernail was in there. So PBX 170. That's probably the model number. How cool is that? So we're going to have to build a electronic circuit for this, and probably going to have to go like find an old pickup out of an old bass that we've taken apart, or some other form of destruction, and we'll do that to get this thing. Now I want to let me grab this, because we will bring this thing back to life, make it playable for some other person. Oh, sorry about that. Let me mute that. Let me mute that. I apologize. That was just annoying. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna knock some of this. Oh, and I gotta show you guys the neck. What the heck? So they did, looks like they did try and glue the pickup in place, I guess. That's what my forensic science is saying. Because this looks like Elmer's glue. And it chips off paint like Elmer's glue sticks to paint. Look at that. I don't know. Weird. This is a trip. What a trip. There's the fingernail. I thought it was a fingernail. This is a trip cleaning this thing up. Let me check the chat, you guys. I know this is not the most exciting video in the world, but I thought you guys might appreciate seeing two of the dirtiest things. Goof off wouldn't work to clean it. I'm gonna have to replace the foam under that pickup. Yeah. It was just a pickup cover. The pickup's been yanked out of here. And also, all the electronics, I think, are missing. Well, not all of them, but most of them. The ground wire from the pickup is not there. So this is going to have to get ultimately rebuilt, you know. And it'll be a great project for a youngster to learn how to work on instruments. If I get these, hoping I can get these knobs. Yep, look at that. The knob came off of there. Let's see if I can pop. Yep, that one came off. So I'm just going to pull the electronics all the way totally out of this thing. Oh, and I got to show you guys the fingerboard. You're gonna get this. You'll get a kick out of this. Nasty old instrument like this has a fingerboard with that much wear on it. Oh, wrong wrench. I'll show you in just a moment here what it looks like. Hope everybody again is having a great Friday. I am. Oh, that's the pickup. That's a single? Huh. I'm going to take these pickups out of here. Because we may just, depending on what happens with this instrument, that washer is painted into the guitar. This reminds me a little bit of my Strat, my famously ugly Strat. I'm not sure. Oh, it moves. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna have to unsolder the pickups. Why not? Now, I have a couple violins here that I need to work on, but I can't really do anything with them right now because I'm waiting for glue to dry on those ones. So, thus, I'm just staying busy while I'm at work being paid. And if somebody comes in to buy a guitar, I'll be here to help them. And, you know, my partner in crime's here with me. I think he's taking a nap right now. I'm not sure. Dude, are you taking a nap? He didn't answer. He must be taking a nap. Okay, so I'm just going to unsolder these so I can get the pickups out of there. That way we have a clean hole, a fresh hole to start from. Oh, this is interesting. See the wood chipped out down here? That's going to make putting a control, and the size of that hole, boy, that's going to make putting a control in that pretty. That could create an interesting scenario for fixing that. You see what I'm saying? You get my drift? You catch my groove? Boy, they use some high temp solder on this thing, but before I do anything else, I'm gonna tend my gun. Oh, and I gotta make sure the volume's turned up to 10. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. So the volume's turned up to 10. Okay, I gotta get this one wire disconnected. It is playing hard to get. There it goes. Alright, now it's not. So now I can pull those pickups out of there. These belong... Oh, look! Whoa, a lock washer! There was actually a lock washer on one of these. I must have worked on this sometime in the past. I must have. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put this lock washer in my other collection of lock washers because it will go on a volume pot or something in the future. So ultimately this is set up kind of like a jazz bass with respect to the pickup configuration, which I like jazz basses better than P basses, but that is all my opinion because I like the pickups configuration better. Come out. Look at that. Got foam. It's kind of hard foam. Blue wires going to red and black. There we go. J-bass pickups. Anybody need some? I got a pair of the neck position pickups. You can call me or send me an email. I'll hold on to them for you or I'll mail them to you. We'll say 20 bucks plus shipping. These are out of a Yamaha bass, by the way. Okay, oh, let's do the flyby on the neck. You gotta check this out. This thing's been played pretty well. You can see the the wear on it, I think. Hopefully the camera is showing you the DNA that's on the fingerboard. So it's definitely been played a little. Okay, so we got this one all kind of disassembled and started. We're gonna go ahead and hang this one up. I'm gonna grab the old Strat and see what the bridge is looking like. Bridge-a-magoo. Look at that. Let's see what the bridge is looking like. This thing is gonna be hot now. This thing is gonna be really, really hot. Ooh, yeah. Okay, it's doing some work. Take a look at the water in here. Nasty. Right? Pretty gross. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Look at that. Isn't that neat? That is just so freaking cool that it cleaned it up like that. And all the screws and everything all look good. It's like brand new. It is literally looks like it's brand new. I'll leave the base one in there. The base is still cleaning. Right? But just like that, we got a brand new bridge on a Strat for a Stratocaster. So I'm gonna oil this thing up. We'll knock all the water out of it. I know that was really loud, wasn't it? Knock all the water out of there. Wipe her down. And we'll I think I'm going to get rid of that nut. But I am going to keep these because these washers are really hard to come by sometimes. The right size washer. I got 18 billion of these nuts. Like that, see? 18 billion of them. But now I got 2 of the washers. I like it. That's cool. We throw nothing, almost nothing away. Almost nothing. Some stuff is just gonna pile up and create a bunch of wasted space. Look at that. Pretty sweet, huh? Okay. So now that I have that all done, we're gonna lube this thing up and kind of screw it up a little bit more. Actually, in fact, this is yes, this is a good case. I'm using this. I almost never use WD-40 on anything. I use like what's that stuff? What a mess I just made. Clean this thing all up and then I got grease all over it. Oil. WD-40. Can you believe I used WD-40? Seemed like a golden opportunity for it. Perfect time to use it. Because that all needed to be lubed up and cleaned up. And so now what I'll do is I'll take these screws and remember, don't use power tools on guitars. If you use power tools on guitars, you'll strip the screws out and you'll get stuff way too tight. Remember, don't use power tools on guitars. Those all turn really easy now. Amazing what a lube will do for you. Alright. Okay, now we're going to turn all those in there and give these a good spin, because I've lubed them all up. I could take these all off of here, but why? Why would I do that? That would just be a lot of work without a lot of reward. And I kind of figured out how I can do this also. I got an idea here. And I'm just turning these screws to get the lube up into the threads area so that I get the whole thing nice and lubed up. WD-40. What's WD-40? Water? It's something about water. Water. Does it say on the can? 0.0. Stop squeals and danger flammable. What's WD stand for? Can somebody tell me? I'll check the messages here quick. I kind of asked if anybody knew a way that I could do a better job cleaning this, and I failed to look for any answers. I just got busy. It just kept going. Kept going and going and going. Here we go. Kind of wiping up the oil that's on my... There we go. Time for a new safety mat for my guitar bench. Alright, there's that. I'm going to take this, pull it underneath here, and just pull it back and forth. Oh, come on. Get under there, you joker. Sometimes you gotta talk to them right. You call them the right names and everything will work better. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just ran that rag under there, the towel, to kind of sop up some of the WD-40 that's down there. Alright. I'm going to wipe it off the back here. Boy, it smells good though. WD-40 does smell pretty good. There we go. New bridge. Completely rebuilt. There it is. Let's see what time it is. I hope everybody's having a Friday. Don, Joe, hello. Use it to clean as well. LSP. Use it for routing laminate. Love WD-40. I have to take every piece. Yeah. Scrub them into. Dude, those sonic cleaners. Those sonic cleaners, dude. I bet that thing. US dollars. I'm guessing that thing was at least $500. I'm not sure. I had a client who, and a guitar student, and her dad was into the jewelry business and had gotten out of the jewelry business, and so he was cleaning jewelry. So he had that cleaner, and he's like, brought it in with him one day because he saw me working on guitars here and such, and he just said, this looks like something you could use. It'll get anything super clean. And yeah, it does make short work of doing it, but They are not cheap. I'm sure you could buy one on Amazon for probably $50. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. The hair dryer cost my mind. Gas station. Oh yeah, Q-tips, yeah. Yeah, Q-tips, yeah, they'll go in there. I'm gonna let it sit out here long enough that I ain't too worried about it. Don, it's so good to see you. Yeah. Well, I think I've done enough damage for today, you guys. I just thought that was cool to have such filth-ridden instruments. And I thought you might get a kick out of that. So thanks y'all for hanging with me today. Have a wonderful weekend. Have fun. Get outside and do something. Sound like Zach went out and rode his bike this week. Get out there and do something, because this is not going to last much longer. So peace, y'all. Do it for dime.